I was working in the lab late one night when my eyes beheld an eerie sight. For my monster from his slab began to rise, and suddenly, to my surprise, he did the mash. He did the monster mash. The monster mash. It was a graveyard smash. He did the mash. It caught on in a flash. He did the mash. He did the monster mash. From my laboratory in the castle east to the master bedroom where the vampires feast, the ghouls all came from their humble abodes to get a jolt from my electrodes. They did the mash. They did the monster mash. The monster mash, it was a graveyard smash. They did the mash. It caught on in a flash. They did the mash. They did the monster mash. The zombies were having fun. The party had just begun. The guests included Wolfman, Dracula, and his son. The scene was rockin'. All were digging the sounds. Igor on chains, backed by his baying hounds. The coffin bangers were about to arrive with their vocal group, the Crypt Kicker 5. They played the mash. They played the monster mash. The monster mash. It was a graveyard smash. They played the mash. It caught on in a flash. They played the mash. They played the monster mash. Out from his coffin, Drax's voice did ring. Seems he was troubled by just one thing. Opened the lid and shook his fist and said, "Whatever happened to my Transylvania twist? It's now the mash. It's now the monster mash." The monster mash. It was a graveyard smash. It's now the mash. It caught on in a flash. It's now the mash. It's now the monster mash. Now everything's cool. Drax a part of the band. And my monster mash is the hit of the land. For you, the living, this mash was meant to. When you get to my door, tell them Boris sent you. Then you can mash. Then you can monster mash. The monster mash. And do my graveyard smash. Then you can mash. You'll catch on in a flash. Then you can mash. Then you can monster mash. Bobby Pickett and Leonard L. Capizzi. Monster Mash. Welcome, ghouls and ghasts, to ghouls and ghasts skeletons and goblins and spooky pumpkin boy. Welcome to one Halloween at a time. It's the Spookcast, where we spook about spook.
Yep. Happy Spook Day, guys.
Happy Spook Day.
My name is Adella.
And I am
Spooky boy.
Spooky boy. I'm the Spook Master General. The spookin', I can't think of another one.
Yeah, no, we're done. We're good.
It's Halloween.
Ooh.
All Hallows Eve. All Hallows Eve. It's a spooky day.
Spooky day.
Mm-hmm. All right, you guys, what's your costumes? I'm giving them time to answer.
I know, yeah.
Oh.
That sounds cool.
Oh, that's too spooky.
Oh, no. It's okay.
Oh, no.
It's okay.
I'm gonna be a ghost.
Ah, spooky.
Oh, I haunt you. Give me back my eggs. That's why I'm a ghost. That's my unfinished business. Someone stole my eggs.
What?
I need them back.
What?
Give me back my eggs.
There you go. Sorry. That was me.
I can't hold them. I'm a ghost.
What the fuck? How are you supposed to finish your business?
I guess I'm just gonna be a ghost forever
Okay.
until they invent ghost eggs. We watched a movie today that I used to watch like all the time as a kid, called Halloweentown.
Yeah.
It was very good. Have you seen it before? You haven't seen it before.
I have not.
Wow.
So
What a chump.
sorry.
It's a very good movie, and I used to watch it like not even at Halloween when I was a kid. I would just like watch it just like on my own time.
Like a nerd.
It's very good. I liked it a lot.
It's good.
It's got, a bunch of people that have pretty much just been in the Halloweentown movies and nothing else. And then there's like Debbie Reynolds is in it. She's Carrie Fisher's mom. She's done a bunch of stuff. Very good. But that's the movie.
Yeah.
It was made for.
That's the movie.
It was a made-for-TV Disney Channel movie.
It was good.
Yeah, it was like one of the first. Well, I guess yeah, it was probably one of the first Disney Channel movies. Was it like 2008? Not 2008. 1998.
2008.
I think it came out something like that. Yeah, it's like got some good production value for a Disney Channel original movie.
Disney Channel original movies are great.
I didn't say they're not great.
I think their production value is good.
Fine.
Have you seen Jump In?
Oh, so true.
Or High School Musical?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it opens, with some spooky pumpkin. A spooky pooky pumpkin. And you zoom in on a spooky pooky face. And there's spooky music.
So spooky.
Ooh. The music in this movie, I'm a very big fan of the music in this movie. It's very good. I wanted to look up who did the music. It's
me.
Oh, it's you. Wow, you did really good.
Thank you.
Yes. Oh no, the music is by Mark Mothersbaugh, who some people may know as the lead singer of Devo. You know the band is they do Whip It.
Whip It Good.
Yeah. That's him. He does like a ton of soundtrack work after Devo. I don't know if they're they're not broken up. They just like barely release music because he's so busy.
Do they still exist?
Yeah.
Huh.
But he's just so busy making great soundtracks for a million things. So that's probably why they don't have a lot of time. Let's see, what do we got? He did Halloweentown, obviously. And then he did he did the music for the Catfish documentary.
Huh.
Yeah. What else? Some Rugrats.
How did they get him for the music?
I have no idea. Huh. Maybe they paid him a lot.
It's funny.
Oh, some regular show music a little bit. Last Man on Earth. We started watching that recently. It's a very good show. It's
Oh, there's probably a new episode.
That's true.
Yeah, we should watch that.
What other things? Let's see. Does a lot of music for Wes Anderson's movies. That's very good. The Rugrats movie.
Nice.
The Rugrats in Paris. Rugrats Go Wild.
He's a Mr. Rugrats man.
Herbie Fully Loaded. Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs.
Okay, let's.
We gotta keep going.
Are we gonna name them all?
Well, no, this isn't even all of them. These are just like the notable ones.
I figured, yeah.
Actually, not even. I'm skipping some notable ones. But yeah, he did a lot of music.
A lot of music.
And very good.
That's what he do.
And also some Crash Bandicoot too. Not like as like I meant like as
Crash
well.
Bandicoot 2, the
No,
second
I
one,
meant-
the second one in the
No, I
series.
meant also as well. He has some credits on that. Some credits on the Jack and Daxter games, Sims games. Just pretty good. Pretty good boy. But that's him. And the music in this movie is very good, and I like it a lot. Let's move on. It's kids trick or treating. It's Halloween. Surprise. Boo.
Wow.
Did I spook you?
You have spooked me.
They're walking around, just doing their thing, tricking and treating. And then we zoom in on a child looking outside. She's not trick or treating. What the heck?
Nerd.
Seriously. Some kids come up and they're gonna like walk up to her house, but they're like, "Oh no, this house is lame. Forget it." And she's sad.
And
no
then
one
they
wants to come.
throw eggs at her.
Yep, and they burn it down.
That's the end of the movie. Happy
They die.
days.
I know. So it's a girl here. Her name is Sophie,
Mm-hmm.
and she's like, oh, she says something's coming. That's what she says, and it's very ominous and spooky.
It's just grandma.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
But now there's another kid. She's a teen. She's arguing with her mom. She's like, "Oh, I'm 13. I want to go out and trick or treat. Why don't you let me go out?" And her mom's like, no,
But why?
no,
You don't love me.
yeah, I do.
Shut
no,
up.
no.
I'm an adult.
What?
I'm an adult.
No, you're not. You're 13.
I hate you.
You're 13.
I'm moving out.
No.
I'm going to live with father.
No, he's dead or something.
Oh.
Yeah, what is... I guess he's dead?
Yeah, I think he's dead.
I never thought about that. Did they bring that up? They probably brought it up
I
at some
think
point.
so.
Oh, no, wait. Oh, no. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I have no idea.
Okay.
But yeah, this is Marnie. She's like kind of like the main character of the movie. She's 13 years old. Oh, she's so big, so old.
Yep.
But yeah, her friends are there. They're dressed up, and she's like, oh, she loves all this spooky stuff. You should let her go. She likes ghouls and skeletons and
Spooky boys.
spooky skeletons. But the mom's like, get out of my house, you dumb kids.
Not your business.
Yeah, just bring some candy. They're like, oh, we'll bring some candy for you later. Don't you worry. They don't do that.
They
Also,
never come back.
What fucking lame kids. And then there's this other kid that lives there. He's a boy. He's a fucking nerd. He's just a big old
The
nerd.
biggest nerd ever.
His name's Dylan. He's just...
Dill nerd.
Oh, nerdin'.
Nerd.
Yeah, and he's like, ugh, it's dangerous out there. Don't go out.
There's razor blades and chocolate.
Yeah. Oh, boy. Sophie's just still like, someone's coming. And they're like, yeah, whatever, kid. Dumb kid. Oh, yeah, no. Okay, so they do mention something about their dad being dead at this point.
Told you.
I wrote that down. I don't remember it, but I wrote it down.
He did.
Yeah, and then Dylan's like, oh, why don't you be obsessed with some other holiday, like Arbor Day? You know, trees are important too.
I'm a nerd. I'm a big old nerd.
Nerd. Why don't you celebrate Pie Day? That's a number.
What is that one? What's the pig one? Is it a pig one?
Golden Pig?
Yeah.
Is that it?
Yeah, I think so.
Golden Pig Day, 17. And then we see outside there's a spooky bus stop sign that flies down.
Flies
down. The stop sign that flies down. There's a bus stop sign
You
that
okay?
flies down.
There you
Floats down. That was the word that I was looking for. I kind of combined them both. Flies. That's how that happened.
That's not how that happens.
Float, fly, fly.
I don't think that's what it sounds like.
That's what it sounds like. That's how it came out of my mouth.
This isn't-
Idiot. Dummy.
I didn't ask for this.
Well, you're getting it.
I see that.
Oh, I'm just sorry, you're not a dummy.
No, I'm out of here. Bye.
No,
Bye.
stay. No. But yeah, and then a flying bus comes.
Whoa.
Beep beep. Bus coming in.
Who's on that bus?
It's Grandma.
Hi,
Well, it's an
Grandma.
old lady we see with a purse that follows her.
Sorry.
It's okay. The purse it follows her around.
It's a dog purse.
But yeah, it's their grandma. That's what happens. Sophie, she goes to grab a cookie off the counter, but like mom's like, no, you gotta eat dinner first. But it's also like super dark outside right now.
Maybe they live in like a cold place and it gets dark early.
Maybe. But still, it'd have to be getting dark at like what? 4:30?
How does daylight savings time work?
I don't know. We live in Arizona. We don't deal with that. I don't care.
Sorry.
Care.
Doesn't make sense. I'm confused now. Never mind.
Yeah, whatever. I don't know. But it's very dark, and they still haven't had dinner yet. But she really wants a cookie, and so she like turns around and is like, man, I want a cookie. And then the cookie starts floating towards her. Ooh. Then mom grabs it before she sees, and she's like, oh, not again.
Gosh dang it.
Happened before. So she shoves it in her mouth, and Sophie's like, oh, what the heck? Your
wanted
cookie.
a cookie.
But yeah, it's Grandma. She's here, and she comes into the house, and Marnie's like, "Hey, Mom, why don't you not fight with Grandma for once?" And it's like, "Shut up. I can do what I want."
Yeah.
This dumb kid. Just because you're
Stupid.
13, think you're
Go back in your
the
room.
shit. Yeah, seriously. Yeah, Grandma opens up her bag. She's like, "I got presents, and it's just full of candy and spooky stuff, like skeletons and
Costumes.
costumes. Yeah, they got some nice costumes.
Got one with big buns.
Yeah. What? Marnie is a witch.
Mm-hmm.
Sophie is
I think she's also a witch.
Is she? No, ghost. She's a ghost.
That's right.
And then Dylan is just a big goblin with a big butt.
Big old booty.
Big old booty butt. And then Grandma's like mentions to the mom that it's Marnie's 13th birthday, and the mom's like, "Yeah, I know," and she's like, She winks. She winks at her like 5 times. 13.
Yep.
She winks at her 13 times.
I don't think that's what happens.
No, but it's dinner time, and they're eating dinner, you know,
Like they do.
like they do, and then it's time for bed, and they're like, "Oh no, I want Grandma to tell me a story." So now Grandma, you know,
She goes upstairs and tells them a story.
yeah. She tells them a story about this place called Halloweentown, where all
She has a book too.
friendly monsters hang out together and have fun, party.
I wouldn't call them friendly.
Why not? They're pretty friendly.
Some mean boys.
There's some mean boys,
I guess.
but there's slime man or whatever Sophie calls it.
Oh
It's
yeah.
like some fish, and she's just like, slime man.
It's not his name. That's rude.
Slime man. But yeah, they look through all the pictures in the picture book, and they see a picture of a witch, and they're like, "It looks just like Marnie." It's just like a girl, like a teenage girl with brown hair.
It's Marnie.
It's Marnie. She's the only teenage girl with long brown hair.
Have you ever seen her and another girl with long brown hair in the same room?
That's true. I have never seen that.
Yeah.
Exactly. That means she's the witch in the picture book.
Yeah.
But yeah, that happens. And then Mom comes in the room and she's like, "Oh, it's time for you to go, Grandma. Time to go back home." And she's like, "Yeah, I gotta go catch my bus. It's gonna be a long time till the next bus." And so she leaves, and Marnie just like keeps the book and like looks at it. You know.
Can she not keep the book?
I don't know. It's Grandma's.
Well, so?
So?
Grandma made it. Grandma can make another one.
How you know she made it? Maybe she bought it at the Halloweentown gift shop.
Is there a Halloweentown gift shop?
Probably.
I don't think so.
Every place has like a tourist shop. They got those like little things in Walmart where you can buy like Arizona t-shirts.
Is there a Walmart in Halloweentown?
There's what's like
A Ghoul Mart.
a mall mart, like mauling,
No, that was bad.
or
That
a
was bad.
spook
Just keep going.
mart.
It's gone. It's gone. The moment's over.
Spook mart.
I'm ready for a nap.
Okay. Yeah. So Mom, she's putting the food away and just yelling at Grandma.
Rah, rah, rah.
You're like, rah, 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 you, what the heck, blah. And Grandma's like, her 13th year is supposed to mark the beginning of her training. And Marnie's like spying on them while they talk, and she's like, what training? Oh, spooky. Then Grandma's like showing off some of her power. She turns the leftover chicken into a real chicken.
Ah.
And then she turns it back into regular chicken. And then Marnie's so impressed. And then Grandma's like, I need your help. Something's happening in Halloweentown. The neighbors are disappearing and things like that. It's under attack from some force, and we need you to help because we need another witch. And she's like, just guess there's probably another witch somewhere. And she's like, yeah, but I need you. And she's like, why? And she's like, shut up.
Copy. No. People in Halloweentown don't like getting involved.
Ooh, that's what it was. Yeah. So Marnie goes back upstairs and tells Dylan like, oh, I saw all this shit. It was crazy. And he doesn't believe her. So they look outside the window and see Grandma walking with her purse following her. And he's like, it must be radio controlled. Yeah, like she has a fucking like remote. And she's like, yeah, this is easier than carrying it. Great.
I mean,
It's not.
I'd rather remote control the purse and carry it.
Would
It
you,
seems
though?
like it's
I
heavy.
guess that's true. It's full of candy.
And like people and stuff.
Yeah, well, there's no people.
Spooky skeletons are people too.
Well, they gave that to the kids.
Okay, but before that,
Well,
long story.
it's not remote controlled anyway,
whatever.
so.
Yeah.
But Marnie leaves. She just leaves. And like Dylan also comes with her.
Yes.
They just leave.
Goodbye.
Mom's too busy eating candy.
I'm watching her soaps.
Watching her soaps to hear them leave. There's also like a TV in the kitchen for some reason. I don't know.
Thing in shows.
This thing in shows. I don't know why.
I don't think I've ever seen an actual house with a TV and kitchen.
Yeah, I feel like I need that space for the kitchen stuff.
Yeah. Gotta
Not
cook.
TV. But they got a pretty big kitchen, so it's fine.
Yeah.
But then they approach Grandma and they see the spooky bus. It's not flying this time. Cause I guess it's easier to get in now.
Yeah.
Does everyone have to float down when they get off the bus? I feel like not all monsters have floating abilities.
I mean,
Cause like it's a flying bus.
everybody can get an umbrella.
But she's a witch. She probably enchanted the umbrella to float down. So I don't
That's
think
true.
everyone has the Frankenstein monster that's in the.
That's why they don't take the bus.
They did though. There was a Frankenstein monster in the bus.
Well, he climbed. He's a big boy. He can
climbed
jump.
down and he just like fell. A little
Yeah.
bit. That seems very inconvenient.
He tuck and roll.
Seems very inconvenient. Well, yeah. So they, Marnie and Dylan go through the back door of the bus, so their grandma doesn't see them. And they just blast off into the sky. Ooh. They look around and there's a bunch of spooky monsters in the bus, like we mentioned. You know, like Frankenstein monster, Swamp Man, witches, zombie, ghouls, various creatures.
Spooky boys.
And so they land and they're in Halloweentown, the town in the book.
Ooh.
There's a big old jack-o'-lantern in the middle of the town square. Grandma gets out of the bus. She bumps into one of her friends. What was her friend's name?
Oh, I don't remember what her name was.
Oh, dear.
It's fine.
It's her friend.
Friend.
My friend.
Mm-hmm.
My friend from college.
Aggie.
Was it
Haggis.
No, that's
Haggis.
Haggis. No, the grandma's name is Aggie, right?
Is it?
Yes. That's the grandma's name. What was her friend's name? I really want to know now. It was a good name, I think. Watch, it's not going to be worth it.
No, it's not gonna be.
Harriet.
Wow.
It's Harriet.
Worth it.
Worth it. So yeah, they have a nice chat just about like, we went to bring some muffins to the headless shelter.
We're not gonna need it.
There's then we see a shot of someone up in a building looking out at them through a window, and it's all spooky.
So
Ooh,
spooky.
Who's that? Foreshadowing. Ooh. But the kids exit the back door, and they're like, I don't get it. Monsters are just pretend. That's what Dylan says. He's like, well,
You're just
monsters aren't
pretend.
real. And they see more monsters, little jack-o'-lantern friends, pumpkin boys.
It's fun.
Yeah, it's just very fun. There's like a weird goblin pirate
Butt.
that's there sometimes.
She's got a butt.
Oh yeah, there was another butt man. Got big buns. And they see Sophie. She followed them.
Oh no! What are you doing here?
How did she get in? Because if she went through the front way, Grandma would have seen her. If she went through the back way, they would have seen her.
Maybe all of them are just really dumb.
Yeah. Or maybe she did like she held on to the bottom of the bus, like
Yes.
to be all sneaky.
Super sneak.
So yeah, that happens. They find her and they're like, "What the heck? What are you doing?" And then Sophie looks at the big old jack-o'-lantern, and she's like, "It doesn't look nice. It's just the bad thing. Oh, it's not friendly." But the mayor walks up to them and introduces himself. His name is Calabar. And he's like, "Hello, I'm the mayor. Welcome to my town."
Who are you, children?
Yeah, who are you? And then he's like, "Oh, I can't hear you. I have a lollipop in my ear." And he makes a lollipop appear, and they're like, "How did you do that?" And then he's like, "Oh, it's magic." And they're like, "What? That's not real." And then he makes it disappear. He's like, "It's fucking real, idiot."
Nerds.
Down my goddamn town. But yeah, they're like, "Oh yeah, we're Aggie's kids." And he's like, "Oh, you see your mom's Gwen? Oh, where's she at? Oh, he's looking around for her, and they're like, "She's not here." And she's like, "Oh, oh no."
He's a sad boy.
Yeah. They're like, "Do you know where our grandma lives?" And she's like, "Yeah, she's lived in the same house for 200 years." So, time in Halloweentown works differently than in the real world, and they explain it like weird. They're just like, how one day in Halloweentown could be a week or a month in Earth time, and it's like, okay, but which one?
Yeah.
Like, which one is it though?
How do you tell time?
Like, I think that was just a lazy way for them to be like, it's different. But they didn't need to do that though. Why did they do that? Was there a purpose for them doing that?
Yeah, because she can only travel on Halloween. And then she goes back home at the end.
Was it just so they could like do this? The story wasn't even over. It was over like 2 days.
I don't know.
I don't know. But the mayor calls them a cab. There's a spooky skeleton man in it. He's like, "Oh, some rough kids hanging around. Don't hang out with them." There's Luke. He's a punk. Look at him. We drive past Luke. He's a nerd.
Punk ass bitch.
Oh, he's like, "Oh, he got some facial work done by a shadow demon and made him look all pretty. So watch out for him."
Ah,
I'm gonna introduce you to this character because he comes up
he's a
later.
pretty boy.
They get dropped off at Grandma's, and it's locked. The gate's locked. Oh no. Marnie tries to, like, just says a bunch of random shit because she thinks she's fucking cool.
She's a witch.
She's like, "Oh, magic, abracadabra." Like, oh yeah, that's definitely gonna work. Her and Dylan just argue about it for a little bit, and then Sophie just fucking opens it, and she's like, "Oh yeah, I wish the lock would turn into a frog." And then we see a frog on the ground.
Wow. What
She
a
did
witch.
it. Boom. What a witch. Grandma's there. She's making some instant witch's brew. Just pouring a little packet into some water and microwaving it. It was very good.
I think it's made of witches.
Ooh.
No, it's not made of witches. They gave us the recipe. I forgot about that.
Yeah. She senses somebody's coming, and then she sees the kids coming in. And she's like, "Oh, I'm just not gonna ask you how you got here."
Would you question it? You want to hang out with your grandkids so bad?
That's true. She's like, "Yeah, come in." Grandma, she brings them to like I don't know why she did this. She like brought them to like a big cauldron and showed them a spooky boy. You remember?
Oh yeah, I think she was just showing him the bad stuff.
Like, check it out. Here's a
she's-
spooky man.
She's prepping to fight him.
Oh, that's
That's
true,
what
I
the
guess.
witch's brew is for.
Yeah, she's like, "Check out the spooky man in this cauldron," and they see a spooky guy. He's like, "Oh, I'm spooky."
Ooh.
And they're like, "Oh no, he must be evil."
And he was.
Yep. So then she shows them like this talisman, and she's like, "It ended the Dark Ages."
But is it a talisman?
I mean, yeah, anything could be a talisman.
scepter.
Talisman's just like a thing.
See, but when somebody says
Isn't that just like a-
talisman, I picture the Jackie Chan adventures.
Yeah.
Talismans.
But like, I feel, what is the definition of talisman? I feel like it's literally just like a thing, like, you know, like an heirloom. You know that one, that word.
Yeah.
Just like it just means like a thing, just like anything. Like some sort of sacred item, I feel
An
like.
object, typically an inscribed ring or stone that is thought to have magical powers and bring good luck.
Boom, there we go.
So yes, but no.
But she pours her witch's brew into the talisman, and she's like, "Spells are more powerful than when more than one witch joins in."
Foreshadowing.
Yeah. She just decided to drop that one in there a little bit, real quick. But then she says some spell, and the light turns on in the talisman for like real quick, but then it goes away, and she's like, "Ah, that's why I never use instant." Am I right?
That's so true.
But they're like, "Yeah, we'll help you stop the evil, Grandma. Don't worry, we'll do it."
And they do.
Yep. We cut to Mom watching TV. She's still eating candy, and she goes to check the kids in their rooms, and they're not there.
Why? Where are my
Whoa.
kids?
What the heck? But Grandma gives them a tour of the town. You know, they check out all the sights and sounds. Grandma bumps into Harriet again, but Harriet looks like a spooky monster.
She's different now.
Oh no. And then they bump into Calabar, and they go up to him. They're at like a ice cream shop or something. And they have a talk about what's going on. And he's like, just leave it alone. It's too dangerous. Don't worry about it. And give Sophie a nice Sunday.
At this point, I guessed that he was a bad boy.
He's a bad boy.
He's a bad boy.
He's a bad boy.
It's very obvious.
I mean, it's pretty obvious when you know that the sequel's name is Halloweentown 2, Calabar's Revenge.
Okay, but I didn't know that.
Like, I feel like you shouldn't put spoilers in a title of a movie, right?
The second one, maybe you should see the first one.
Maybe I wanted to.
Oh, okay.
But now it's spoiled.
Well.
Now I know Calabar is evil.
God damn it.
Unless maybe he's like a good guy and he's getting his revenge. I don't know.
Calabar's redemption.
Yeah, there we go. What else happened? So now they're shopping for broomsticks. I like this because the brooms in this movie, the witches' brooms, are just like modern brooms.
Yeah.
Just like flat, like dustpan brooms. Is very good. Salesman's really weird. I never really understood the whole concept of the salesman guy. He's
I
just
think
like
that's fine.
doing like a half Elvis impression
He's
thing.
hype.
Yeah, he's just
hype
hyped
for
about
sales.
selling. Luke comes up, the bad boy that we saw earlier. He's like, "Oh, I'm the big cheese around here. Get out of my town." And they're like, "You're a dummy." And they leave. They take the broom for a nice flight. And then Grandma's like, "Oh, let me tell you about magic, right? It's pretty simple. You just want something, and then you let yourself have it."
Boom.
Boom.
Done.
Magic 101. Want something? You let yourself have it.
There you go.
But now we see Mom. She's there. I don't know how she got there.
The bus.
Was there another like run of the bus?
Probably.
Does she have to like call the bus?
I don't know.
Like, how do these buses work? Because like,
I think the bus
Do you
just
ha-
do what they want.
do they need to know you want to be on the bus, or does it just like stop like a bus does, and then like some kid, if you're like out at midnight, you just see some fucking bus, and you're like, what?
I mean,
I guess I'll get on this bus.
It's not a real bus stop, so like.
I know, but like, do they need to know they need to pick
Yeah,
someone
no,
up
no,
there?
I get you. I don't. Maybe it's like some of those bus stops that have the button on them.
That might be it.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe everybody has just like a magic button.
Magic button.
They press it and it's like, pick me up.
Boom.
Are there no like, is that the only way?
I think so.
Gotta be a different way to get there.
No, it doesn't. Why
feel like
people
there is.
leaving?
I think there is in the second movie. I don't remember a lot about what happens in the second movie. The second movie is weird. The third movie is well, the second movie's good. Third movie's bad. And I haven't seen the fourth movie because it doesn't have any of the original cast in it.
Wait, there's 4?
Yes.
I thought there was 3.
No, there's 4.
That's too many.
Yeah. They should have stopped at 2. Let's see what else happens. Oh yeah, so Grandma. Wait, what is that? It? No, we skipped some stuff. Hold on. Mom's like, we gotta leave. We're taking your kids back home, and the kids are like mad. They don't wanna. And Mom's trying to buy some bus tickets from this two-headed guy at the bus ticket stand, but they're just like arguing with themselves, and she can't get them to talk to them. And then Marnie's like, I don't want to go home.
I hate you.
And they have this idea to go see the mayor for some reason, because I guess he'll make the buses go.
He's the mayor.
Yep.
That's what he do.
So that's what they do. And they go to the mayor's office, and it's Calabar, and Calabar's just like in love with the mom.
Yeah.
Like, I guess they used to be like thing. I don't know. Maybe. But she's surprised he's the mayor, and he's like, oh, yeah, of course I'm the mayor.
Did you hear about the election?
Yeah. And then he gives her a flower, and she's like, hoo, hoo, hoo. Hoo. And they're just like, bleh, gross. Adults.
Yeah.
Ew. Grandma then runs into Luke while she's just walking around doing her errands. And she's like, my boss, he wants your talisman. He wants to introduce himself to you. And she's like, fine, whatever. But he's not getting my talisman, idiot. That happens.
Yeah.
And they go. But now Mom and Marnie are just still arguing about being a witch and stuff like that. And then they see Grandma and Luke go inside of this like abandoned movie theater. And they're like, oh, what are they doing in there? Oh, no. And they go in, and there's just like a bunch of bodies in there. There's just a bunch of bodies in there. Some people sitting down in the theater. It's all spooky, and there's cobwebs everywhere. And then we see Harriet. She's in there. They're frozen.
Frozen in time.
Yes. The screen is just like a spooky like storm, and then like the spooky man we saw in the cauldron is there, and he's like, "Come on in, Grandma. I'm very powerful. You cannot stop me. Don't even try." And he starts like blasting some magic at her while she argues with him, and she's just like doing some sick dodges out of the way. And then the kids and mom come in, and they try to save the day. Mom like jumps in the way of one of the magic blasts, and Grandma is saved, but now their mom is frozen.
Oh no!
Oh no! And the kids, they run away, and everyone's very sad because now, and also Grandma gets frozen too.
Yeah.
But before Grandma gets frozen, she's like, "Oh, you gotta make a witch's brew. Stop it." Because I guess she gets like a second to talk to them before she's frozen.
The spell like progressively gets weaker because he uses it again later, and he has to shoot it like 5 times.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. Well, but yeah, they have to get the rest of the ingredients for the witch's brew, so they go shopping. They gotta.
What do they need? They need vampire tooth.
Well, first they gotta get some werewolf hair, so they go to the barber shop, and there's a werewolf barber conveniently. And he's my favorite character. He's just like, the kids are just making a mess in his shop, and he's like, "Please don't touch anything, please. I'm just trying to make this person's hair beautiful. You gotta fluff it up nice and pretty."
It's beautiful.
He's a very good character. But Dylan, while he's distracted, shaves off some of this guy's hair, and he like freaks out, and then he leaves. But then he's like, "Nah, I can make it work. Don't worry."
It's confident.
Yeah, and now they have to go to the gym because they got to get some sweat of a ghost
Somehow.
Yeah. There's like a sick jazzercise class happening with some dog people. It's fun. But then they go into the sweat room, and there's conveniently a ghost in the sweat room. At the exact time they need him to be there, he gets into this like sweat thing box. Yeah, so that's a thing.
Yeah.
That's weird.
I've seen it in other movies.
You just get into a box and it makes you sweat.
Sweat. Let me see my phone.
That's weird. But yeah, that's what happens. They turn the heat all the way up, so he sweats a lot. Sophie pretends to be a ghost, and he gets very offended.
I mean, it is rude.
Yeah. But then they get the sweat, and they're out of there. And then the ghost he's skinny. I guess he sweated a lot.
Yui.
And now they have to get a vampire's fang. So they go to the dentist, and conveniently a vampire is getting their fang pulled out at the exact time they need it. It's very convenient.
How weird.
What a coincidence. What a coincidence.
Coincidence?
Like that's because that's how it's spelled.
Oh.
A coincidence.
Hey, look at this guy.
Oh, look at that guy. He's in a sweatbox. But yeah, so a vampire gets their tooth pulled. They get it. They just steal it from the dentist.
Wait, look at this guy. He's living the dream.
Oh, heck yeah. So yeah, they got it. The cabbie Skellington pulls up, and he's like grills them. And he's like, "What you kids doing? Let's go. Get in my cab, you dummies." I don't understand this. Like, I guess he's possessed by, like, the evil.
Yeah.
But they don't really explain that. So
I mean,
maybe he was just, like, rude. Maybe he was just being rude. But yeah, he's, like, being very rude, and he grabs Dylan. And then Sophie just makes a dog chase after him. Like, a normal dog.
Bone.
There's just a normal dog, though.
Ah.
Everybody else is a spooky creature. And that's just a dog.
Maybe it's not a normal dog.
That's true. I mean, Harriet and Aggie both look like humans, but they're witches, so maybe it's a
witch dog. Witch
yeah.
doctor.
Witch doctor.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that happens. And he drives away because, like, he's scared of this dog. Like, he's in a car.
He's in the... Yeah. No, you're right, yeah. She rolls up the window.
Yeah. But they cook the witch's brew, put it in the talisman. Marnie can't remember the spell, so she just, like, starts saying things, and it's like, what are you doing? If you don't remember it, you're just saying, like, random shit.
Yeah. No, that's racist.
Yeah. You're like, oh, is this what witches do? Blah, 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 magic ball. But Sophie just, like, whispers the spell. And she's like, what did you say? And she's like, whisper, like, why are you whispering? If you fucking know it, say it. You know our mom and grandma are going to die, right? How about you say it to us? But no, Sophie, yeah, Dylan, like, the whole time is, like, grilling her about not remembering it the one fucking time their grandma said it to them when they didn't think it was relevant at all. And it's like, cool, yeah, okay, I'm going to remember that very long, elaborate thing that our grandma said in a different language. Cool.
Duh.
Yeah.
You never know when you're going to need it.
But Sophie fucking remembered it.
She made a song out of it.
She made a song that was just the words to not a beat or a rhythm. She's like, I made a song, and then she just recites the words.
Yeah.
And that's not. I guess that's a song.
I mean, yeah, it's a slam poetry song.
Yeah. But they try it a few times, and it finally works because they say it together. Because we get it, the witches thing with they say it together.
Because you're more powerful.
Yeah. But then they go to the theater and they try and figure out where to put the thing, and they're like, I don't know where to put it. But then they remember that their grandma said they needed to install it somewhere. And then Marnie's like, when it's dark on Halloween, where do you put the candle?
I don't know where.
In a pumpkin.
Oh.
So they go outside and they look at the big old pumpkin that's in the middle of the square. They need to put it in there. Get it?
I get it.
Get it?
I get it.
But Marnie starts to go while the other kids stay behind and watch. And then Luke comes up to her and he's like, no, it's a trap. The evil guy is gonna get you. He's gonna spook you, and you're gonna be frozen. Then Marnie's like, nah, I don't believe you, dummy. He's like, no, trust me, please. And then it gets all cloudy all of a sudden, and the spooky man, he's on top of City Hall. He's like, you guys, we gotta take over the mortal world again. Because like the plot of Halloweentown is like there were monsters that lived in the world, and they didn't feel like they belonged there because all the humans were like, these people are gross. So they made Halloweentown like so they could chill there. And that's like their own world.
Mm-hmm.
But now this guy's like, let's go take over the mortal world again. It's ours. And it's like, not really. And also, you made your own world.
Yeah.
If you don't like your own world, make it better.
I mean, he looks like a human.
Yeah.
You can just leave. You don't have to
exactly.
rule.
That's what like their mom is doing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the bad guy's Calabar. We already spoiled it. He turns into Calabar, and everybody's like, oh no, it's the mayor. But yeah, he's like, we need to find the person who's trying to stop us. It's Marnie. He's trying to stop him. He's like, we got to find her and put a stop to her. And then he sees someone in Grandma's hood, and he's like, there she is. And he starts blasting spells at her. But it's actually Luke in the hood.
Oh, no.
They were fooling him. And then they see Marnie. She's on top of the pumpkin for some reason. Like the pumpkin, the jack-o'-lantern's mouth is big enough to where you could put the candle through it.
And they do.
They do at the end of the movie, yeah. Grandma just puts it in like that, and it's like, why did Marnie first of all have to climb the big old pumpkin? Second of all, she like breaks off the stem of it, and just like she broke it. Now it's broken. Way to go!
The pumpkin is ruined.
You fucking ruined the pumpkin. But she like he blasts her with some.
Sorry.
But he blasts her with some spells, and she's like holding on to the talisman, and she just drops it perfectly into the pumpkin because she used magic. She thought she wanted it to go in there, and she did it.
Should have wanted Calabar to be dead.
Yeah, and right when it falls in, everyone in the theater is instantly cured, and they're not frozen anymore. They meet up with the kids, and they have a nice reunion together and everything. And then Calabar is like, Gwen, come on, you can be my queen. Let's go away together. Please, I love you, Gwen. And she's like, no.
You froze me.
Yeah. But then Calabar's like, haha, I'm gonna be evil now. And he uses magic to pull the talisman out of the pumpkin.
Oh, no.
Haha, it's mine now, nerd. But then Grandma, she starts like saying a spell at him. And then Mom joins in. And then like Dylan, he's like, oh, I'm so mad, man. And his fingers start tingling with magic.
It's a tingly boy.
Yeah. And Marty's like, you're a warlock. You're a warlock, Dylan. Get it? Like a Harry Potter.
Wait, I see
it's
it.
like a Harry Potter joke.
I get it.
But then Marnie walks up and she's like, hey, chocolate bar. Get it? Because his name's Calabar. Do you think they made him? Yeah.
I did not get that.
You didn't get that?
No.
She called him chocolate bar?
I didn't understand it. I thought it was just some sick insult.
You're a dummy.
Shut up, chocolate bar.
I think they made his name Calabar specifically so they can make that joke, though.
That was the end goal for the movie.
Probably. They're like, we need to make a character who's we can make fun of by calling him chocolate bar. Calabar. Boom.
Got him.
But yeah, they all combine their powers and say the spell together, and he just dissolves like he's dead. And they did it. They all celebrate, and they have a fun time. Grandma goes and puts the thing back in the pumpkin with the normal-ass way without breaking it.
Yeah.
And then Marnie sees Luke and like follows him. She's like, "Oh, I gotta say goodbye," but he's got a big old nose and a weird face now.
Gross.
Yeah, he's like, "This is my normal form. I'm so ugly." And she's like, "No, it's okay. You're still. I love you, I guess." And then they kiss. She kisses him on the cheek. And then they get back on the bus and they blast off back home. Hooray!
I forgot to mention that Grandma is now moving in with them.
Oh yeah, Grandma's gonna move in with
She's
them.
gonna get rid of her big fancy house.
Yeah, she has like a mansion in like a cool ass town. But no, I'm gonna live in the mortal world. I bet like every monster there is like fucking yeah, cool. I wish I could do that. Wish I could just choose to go to the mortal world.
For real though.
Yeah, like human-looking privilege. Am I right?
So true.
But yeah, that was the movie.
Yep.
That's what.
I hiccuped.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you do.
Yeah.
It's it's not a hiccup. It's because it's Halloween. You're being spooked so much.
I'm so spooked. No, you gotta spook me to get rid of them. They worked.
It's like the hiccups. So,
So spooked.
well, let's talk about what we liked about this movie and do the gift giving.
I like the outfits.
Yes, all the costumes are very good.
I like Big Butt Boy.
Yeah, Big Bud Boy. The music. Like I said, I like the music very much. I like this movie a lot because it's just like a movie I used to watch a lot when I was a kid, and it's very nostalgic for me. And I was afraid it wasn't gonna be a good movie, but I think it was still a good movie.
Yeah.
Like some old movies you used to watch when you were a kid, sometimes they're bad, but this one was good. I think
Yeah.
there wasn't really anything I hated about it.
I thought it was fine.
Yeah. Woo. What are we gonna rate it?
7.
10?
7.
Oh, I thought you said 10.
7.
9.
8. That is the final score.
Nice.
Woo.
Whoa. Grab your brooms, folks, because we're gonna zoom on over to the celebration tank.
Oh.
You're so spooked.
I'm so spooked.
We're so spooked. It's just everyone pretend it's a creaking door opening behind you. Who's that coming in? Oh, why does that door keep opening? Oh, there it is. Is it a wolf man behind me? So tell us about our holiday today.
It is Increase Your Psychic Powers Day.
Happy Increase Your Psychic Powers Day. Oh wait, well first I have to. It's October, so here's all the months. Adopt a Shelter Dog Month, American Cheese Month, American Pharmacist Month, Antidepressant Death Awareness Month, Applejack Month, Bat Appreciation Month, Blindness Awareness Month, Breast Cancer Awareness Month, Caffeine Addiction Recovery Month, Celebrating the Bilingual Child Month, Children's Magazine Month, Church Library Month, Church Safety and Security Month, Class Reunion Month, Co-op Awareness Month, Computer Learning Month, Cookie Month, Cutout Dissection Month, Domestic Violence Awareness Month, Down Syndrome Awareness Month, Dyslexia Awareness Month, Eat Better, Eat Together Month, Emotional Intelligence Awareness Month, Emotional Wellness Month, Employee Ownership Month, German American Heritage Month, Global Diversity Awareness Month, Halloween Safety Month, Head Start Awareness Month, Health Literacy Month, Hog Out Month, Home Eye Safety Month, International Augmentative and Alternative Communication Awareness Month, International Starman Month, International Walk to School Month, Italian American Heritage Month, LGBT History Month, National Animal Safety and Protection Month, National Apple Month, National Arts and Humanities Month, National Audiology Awareness Month, National Bullying Prevention Month, National Chiropractic Month, National Cookbook Month, National Crime Prevention Month, National Cybersecurity Awareness Month, National Dental Hygiene Month, National Depression Education and Awareness Month, National Disability Employment Awareness Month, National Dropout Prevention Month, National Ergonomics Month, National Fair Trade Month, National Go on a Field Trip Month, National I'm Just Me Because Month, National Kitchen and Bath Month, National Learning and Development Month, National Liver Awareness Month, National Medical Librarian Month, National Physical Therapy Month, National Pizza Month, National Popcorn Popping Month, National Pork Month, National Pretzel Month, National RSV Awareness Month, National Sausage Month, National Spina Bifida Awareness Month, National Stamp Collecting Month, National Sudden Cardiac Arrest Awareness Month, National Vegetarian Month, National Window Covering Safety Month, National Work and Family Month, Organizing Medical Information Month, Polish American Heritage Month, Positive Attitude Month, Rett Syndrome Awareness Month, Sarcastic Month, Seafood Month, Self-Promotion Month, Spinach Lovers Month, Squirrel Awareness Month, Workplace Politics Awareness Month, and World Menopause Month. And then it's also still Wishbones for Pets Month and Winter Nights. Okay, yeah. Tell us about Increase Your Psychic Powers Day.
It started back in England in the 19th century. There's some documentation and readings about how it has it occurring on Halloween night, and sometimes it happens on the 30th. And basically, yeah, you take your psychic powers and you increase them.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Nice.
That's the day.
And now it's the beginning of Day of the Dead.
Happy Day of the Dead.
Yeah, it's a multi-day holiday. It's called Day of the Dead, but it's multiple days.
Days of the Dead.
Yeah. It's a holiday focusing. It's primarily celebrated in Mexico, Mexican culture, and it focuses on gatherings of families and friends to pray and remember friends and family members who have died and help support them in their spiritual journey. People like go to cemeteries with their where their loved ones are buried and bring like foods and beverages to leave at their graves and like pictures and toys and things like that. Just very fun. It's not supposed to be kind of like a spooky day. It's more supposed to be like a fun day. That's why it's like very colorful and like vibrant, and they have a bunch of parties because they're not like being sad that everybody's dead. They're like being happy that they're like having a fun time in the afterlife, you know? And so it's just a fun time to celebrate the people who have departed and have a fun day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, days.
Days.
But yeah, what's next?
National Caramel Apple Day.
Happy National Caramel Apple Day.
It's sponsored by the National Confectioners Association.
Nice. And it's also National Magic Day.
Happy National Magic Day.
National Magic Day is sponsored by the Society of American Magicians. In 1938, a Chicago member of the Society of American Magicians sought official permission for a Houdini Day, and then that just became Magic Day instead of Houdini Day. I'm so sorry that our holiday episode is riddled with rowdy kids and rowdy hiccups.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's a spook. Pretend it's a ghost yelling in your ear.
Oh, you should edit all of the hiccups to be spooky ghost sounds.
Yeah, there we go. I'll just put a spooky ghost sound on all of them. Ooh. Ooh. That'll be good, actually.
Yeah, that'd be funny.
Okay, but what's next?
National Doorbell Day.
Happy National Doorbell Day.
New Tone founded National Doorbell Day to celebrate the innovative development of the first melodious door chime invented by J. Ralph Corbett during the Great Depression. His invention replaced the buzzers and knockers that are often alerted to residents, visitors.
And it's also Reformation Day.
Happy Reformation Day.
Yeah, it's a Protestant Christian religious holiday. It's celebrated alongside Halloween during the Triduum of All Hallow Tide in remembrance of the onset of the Reformation. The Reformation was like the thing that was happening with the Catholic Church in Europe in like the 16th century, where like there were Protestant reformers who were like, we don't want to be a part of your church anymore, and they're like, fine, get out of my town.
Oh,
And so that celebrates that.
that's fun.
Yeah, what's next?
Knock knock.
Who's there?
Knock knock.
Who's there?
Oh.
Oh, knock knock who?
Knock knock jokes day.
Oh, happy knock knock jokes day.
Happy day. Go tell one.
Knock knock.
Who's there?
It's me.
It's me who?
Me. Let me in.
What?
Let me in.
Okay.
It's
I'm
cold.
sorry.
We got
What we got?
Samhain.
Happy Samhain.
Samhain. It's a Gaelic festival marking the end of the harvest season and the beginning of winter. They have, bonfires and feasts.
Nice.
Fun things. They're just like it's wintertime, boys.
Woo.
What's next?
Nothing. Just kidding. It's Halloween.
Oh, you
Gotcha.
spooked me.
Gotcha there.
Oh, you got me with your tricks.
Halloween or Halloween, also known as All Halloween, All Hallows Eve or All Saints Eve, is a celebration observed on a number of countries on October 31st. That eve of the Western Christian feast of the Hallows Day begins. It begins the 3-day observation of All Hallow Tide, the time and liturgical year dedicated to remembering the dead, including saints, martyrs, and other faithfully departed.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I tried to look up like fun facts about it, like candy and stuff, and I couldn't really find anything.
Oh.
Yeah. That's holidays.
I don't know. I don't know a lot about Halloween, but I think like the candy came from, it was just like a really rowdy time because everybody was dressing up, having fun, trying to spook away those spirits. And I think like the kids were getting too rowdy, so people were like, let's give these kids candy so they don't get too rowdy. But also that's just my theory.
That's just your theory?
Yeah.
I don't know.
But anyway, let's move on to Wednesday the 1st. It's November.
Happy November.
Happy November, which means it's Child Safety Protection Month. Happy Child Safety Protection Month.
I'm sorry. Happy
It's
Child
okay.
Safety Protection Month.
Yeah, be safe out there, kids.
Yeah.
What's next?
National Adoption Awareness Month.
Happy National Adoption Awareness Month.
Massachusetts Governor Michael Dukakis announced an adoption week in 1976. In 1984, President Ronald Reagan proclaimed the first National Adoption Week. President Clinton expanded the awareness week to the entire month of November in 1955.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
It's also Historic Bridge Awareness Month.
Happy Historic Bridge Awareness Month.
HistoricBridges.org unofficially declared November Historic Bridge Awareness Month in 2006.
Nice.
Nice. What's next?
Adopt a Senior Pet Month.
Happy Adopt a Senior Pet Month.
Go get an old boy.
Yeah. It's also Movember.
Happy Movember.
Yeah, the month is dedicated to the growing of mustaches to raise awareness for men's health issues such as prostate cancer, testicular cancer, and men's suicide.
Nice.
Yeah, what's next?
National Diabetes Awareness Month.
Happy National Diabetes Awareness Month.
It was established in 1975 through the American Diabetes Association, and they trademarked the term American Diabetes Month in 1997.
Nice. It's also National Epilepsy Month.
Happy National Epilepsy Month.
Yeah, just be aware.
Okay.
What's next?
National Georgia Pecan Month.
Happy National Georgia Pecan Month.
Go eat some.
It's also National Gratitude Month.
Happy National Gratitude Month.
Yeah, be grateful.
Okay.
What's next?
National Pepper Month.
Happy National Pepper Month.
Go eat some.
Ow. It's also National Marrow Awareness Month.
Happy National Marrow Awareness Month.
Yeah, go donate your bone marrow.
No.
It might hurt, but do it. What's next?
National Pomegranate Month.
Happy National Pomegranate Month.
Go eat some.
It's also National Novel Writing Month.
Happy National Novel Writing Month.
Yeah, it's also known as its abbreviated term NaNoWriMo.
NaNoWriMo?
NaNoWriMo. It's just an internet-based creative writing project that takes place during the month of November every year. Participants are encouraged to write a 50,000-word manuscript between November 1st and November 30th. So it was started by Chris Beatty in 1999, and it began with only 21 participants in the San Francisco area. And then every year it's just increased and increased, and it's just a fun thing to just kind of like encourage yourself to write like a book in a month. Yeah, you either write just like a whole book or at least the first 50,000 words of a book. The rules are you can't use any existing writings that you've already written, and it has to be like completely original. Well, no, it doesn't have to be. You know what I mean? Like, it has to be a completely original writing, and you couldn't have started it before November 1st.
Okay.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
That's fun.
I've always wanted to do it, but also 50,000 words is a lot of words.
That's a lot of words.
What's next?
National Scholarship Month.
Happy National Scholarship Month.
It was established in 1998 by Scholarship America, sponsored by National Scholarship Providers Association. National Scholarship Month is about building an awareness of scholarships.
Nice. It's also National Sleep Comfort Month.
Happy National Sleep Comfort Month.
Yeah, just be comfortable while you sleep.
Okay.
What's next?
Native American Heritage Month.
Happy Native American Heritage Month.
George H.W. Bush approved the resolution depicting a North designating November 1990 as National American Indian Heritage Month.
Nice. It's also No Shave-vember.
Happy No Shave-vember.
Yeah, it's also known as No Shave November. Goes hand in hand with Movember, where you're just encouraged not to shave all month.
Deal.
Yep. What's next?
Peanut Butter Lovers Month.
Happy Peanut Butter Lovers Month.
Southern peanut growers representing the southeastern peanut farms stated the celebration as Butter Lovers Day on November 4th, 1990. November 4th marks the anniversary of the first patent for peanut butter applied by the Dr. John Harvey Kellogg on November 4th, 1895, and it grew to be a month-long celebration in 1995 when peanut butter celebrated its 100th birthday.
Nice.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. It's also Pancreatic Cancer Awareness Month.
Happy Pancreatic Cancer Awareness Month.
It exists. Watch out.
Okay.
What's next?
Sweet Potato Awareness Month.
Happy Sweet Potato Awareness Month.
There's more months. I mean, there's more potatoes than just a regular potato.
More. What?
There's other kinds of potatoes in the sea. Yep.
How? And then the final month, it's Prematurity Awareness Month.
Happy Prematurity Awareness Month.
Yeah, it was a part of the March of Dimes Prematurity Awareness campaign that began in 2003, and they just made it a whole month. So babies can be born premature, but they're fine still, hopefully.
Still babies.
Yeah. And that's it for all the months. Last month had like 80. This one's got like 20.
Yeah.
Don't even worry about it.
Nothing.
But let's move on. It's still November 1st. What do we got?
All Saints Day.
Happy All Saints Day.
It's also known as All Hallows Day, Hallowmas, Feast of All Saints, or Solemnity of All Saints.
Nice.
It's a Christian festival celebrated in honor of all the saints known and unknown in Western Christianity and is celebrated on the 1st of November. The Eastern Orthodox Church and associated Eastern Catholic churches celebrate on the first Sunday after Pentecost. Oriental Orthodox churches celebrated the Friday after Easter.
Nice.
Yeah,
That's fun. Nobody ever celebrates All Hallows Day,
that's true.
which is Halloween.
Halloween.
But it's also the anniversary of the revolution in Algeria.
Happy anniversary of the revolution in Algeria.
Yeah, it celebrates the day, November 1st, commemorates the start of their war of independence against France.
Nice.
Yeah, what's next?
Colin Gaif.
Happy Colin Gaif.
It's the name of the first day of winter. It's observed on the 1st of November. The night before is Nos Gallen Gaif. In Yispendos, when spirits are abroad. People avoid churchyards, stills, and crossroads since the spirits are thought to gather there. Oh, this is that one holiday. Okay, so for this, men and women also dance around a big old fire in the middle of the village, and everyone writes their names on rocks and place them around the fire, and then when the fire starts to die out, everybody runs home. If you stay, then a hushjugacha, a bad omen that took the form of Tylis, black sow with a headless woman, would devour their souls. Oh. It is believed that the traditions and stories surrounding the monster boy were survived by local parents as a means of ensuring their children would return home safely and as early as possible on this cold, dark night.
Nice.
And there's a rhyme that goes with it.
Ooh, spooky rhyme.
A spooky rhyme. It's in whatever language this is in, but here's the English translation. Home, home, on the double, the tailless black sow shall snatch the last one.
That doesn't even rhyme.
I know. Well,
it probably rhymes in...
Arjif, amien, saf, hush, juju, gotcha, yipola.
It still doesn't rhyme.
Yeah, no.
Way to go, guys. You didn't even try.
Yeah, so you know those rocks that they wrote their names on?
Mm-hmm.
In the morning, they would go out and look at them, and if their rock was missing, that means they would die that year.
That's spooky.
Someone's gonna die.
Oh no, that's very spooky.
Yeah.
Well, it's also Independence Day in Antigua and Barbuda. Barbuda.
Happy days, guys.
Yeah, it commemorates when they got their independence from Britain in 1981.
Nice.
Yeah, what's next?
National Brush Day.
Happy National Brush Day.
It began in 2013 as an extension of the Kids Healthy Mouths public service advertising campaign by the Partnership for the Healthy Mouths, Healthy Lives. The coalition of more than 35 leading health organizations and the Ad Council launched this campaign in August 2012. National Brush Day is designated to remind and encourage parents to get their kids brushing their teeth for just 2 minutes, twice a day.
Nice. Go brush your teeth, kids.
Brush up.
It's also National Authors Day.
Happy National Authors Day.
In 1928, Nellie Verne Burt McPherson, president of the Bement, Illinois Women's Club, had an idea to setting aside a day to celebrate American authors, and so that's today.
Yeah, they're such a good band. Good job, guys.
What's next?
National Deep Fried Clams Day.
Happy National Deep Fried Clams
Go
Day.
eat them.
Home.
Home.
It's also Revival Day in Bulgaria.
Happy Revival Day, Bulgaria.
It honors the cultural and spiritual leaders who contributed to the Bulgarian liberation and strove for a independent national church, independent national culture and language.
Nice.
So thanks, guys. What's
Good
next?
job. National Vinegar Day.
Happy National Vinegar Day.
It exists. No, you don't do that. No.
I did once.
I know.
Remember when we
I
had the
remember.
M berries? M berries they're miracle berries is what they are called. They're like a real berry, but like people make them into like little capsules, and then you can take one, and after a while, you don't taste like sourness or bitterness.
It's fun. You could just eat lemons.
Yeah, you just eat lemons and they taste like just sugary treats.
They're good,
Or you
they're
can
very
drink
good.
vinegar and it just tastes
No,
like
it
nothing,
still
but
tastes
your
bad.
stomach hurts so much. It hurts very much.
Dummy.
Well, it's also Self-Defense Force Day in Japan.
Japan. Happy day.
Yeah, good job, boys. Thanks for defending us.
Good job.
What's next? Oh, it's Thursday the 2nd. That's what's next. What do you got?
I got All Souls Day.
Happy All Souls Day.
In Christianity, All Souls Day commemorates all souls, the holy souls, or the faithfully departed. That is, the souls of Christians who have died. Observing Christians typically remember deceased relatives on this day. In Western Christianity, the annual celebration is now held on November 2nd and is associated with the 3 days of All Hallowtide, including All Saints' Day on the 1st, its vigil Halloween on the 31st, and in Catholic Church, the faithful refers specifically to baptized Catholics.
Nice.
Yeah, stuff.
Cool.
Yeah.
It's also Arrival of Indentured Laborers Day in Mauritius.
Happy day.
Yeah, that commemorates the day that Indian laborers arrived in 1934.
Nice.
Yeah, what's next?
Deviled Egg Day.
Happy Deviled Egg Day.
Eat some.
It's also Look for Circles Day.
Happy Look for Circles Day.
Just look for circles, just like in general.
Why?
Just like, that's a circle right there.
Is this a wildcat holiday?
Found it. Nope, it's not. It's just a
What?
day.
Okay.
It's just like that rock is circular.
Wow.
Found one.
Did it.
Yep. Let's move on to Friday the 3rd. What is it?
Bom Om Tuk.
Happy Bamon Tuk.
It's a Cambodian winter festival. It's celebrated and marks a reversal of the flow of the Tonle Sap River. Every town and province joins in with the festival, and it's a big old 3-day fun party.
Nice.
Yeah.
And it's also Culture Day in Japan.
Happy Culture Day, Japan.
Yeah, it's just a day that they found in 1948 that just promotes culture, arts, academic endeavors, just fun things. They have art festivals, parades, concerts, award ceremonies. It's just a fun art thing.
Nice.
Yeah, what's next?
Cliche Day.
Happy Cliche Day.
It's a day.
Happy day.
Happy day.
It's also Independence Day in Dominica.
Happy Independence Day, Dominica.
Yeah, the UK granted them full independence in 1978.
Good job.
Yeah, what's next?
Housewives Day.
Happy Housewives Day.
Appreciate them.
Yes.
Yep.
It's also Independence Day in Micronesia.
Happy Independence Day, Micronesia.
Yeah, they got their independence in 1986.
Nice.
Yeah, what's next?
Sandwich Day.
Happy Sandwich Day.
On this day, my bub makes me a sandwich. That's the rules.
Nope.
No.
I don't think so. I don't think that's...
that's what it said on
Is
the
that what it
website.
says?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be out of town.
I don't think so.
I got you this sandwich. I know it looks like a lot. It's like a Jimmy John's, but I made it. My name is Jimmy John.
I'm not gonna complain. I like Jimmy John's.
Hello, I am Jimmy John.
Hello, Jimmy John.
Here's my sandwich.
That was freaky fast.
It was so freaky fast.
Freaky fast.
Freaky because it's Halloween.
Ah, that was after
Ooh.
Halloween.
Oh. Yeah, well,
Get out of here.
I guess
Get
it's
the
not
fuck
freaky
out of my
fast.
house,
It took me
Jimmy
like 2 days. It's also Independence Day in Panama.
Happy Independence Day, Panama.
Yeah, they got their independence from Colombia in 1903.
Good job.
Yeah, what's next?
Victory Day in Maldives.
Happy Victory Day in Maldives. Yep.
They celebrate this day. It's called Victory Day to mark the defeat of an attempted coup against the president at the time, Maumoon Abdul Gayoom, in 1988. What are you doing?
Nice.
Wait,
I was looking at
it's
the
a
flag.
Day.
Yeah,
Let me see
but
that
yeah,
bad boy.
we'll look next up on the list is the UAE Flag Day.
I was looking at it on your computer.
Oh.
Oh, happy UAE Flag Day.
Yeah. UAE stands for United Arab Emirates. I'm sorry. Emiratus,
Sure.
I believe. I'm so sorry. But yeah. Do you see it?
Yes, I see it.
Okay, it's like a red stripe on the left and then 3 other stripes, green, white, and black on the right. It's a very good flag.
I like it.
Yeah, the red represents hardiness, bravery, strength, and courage. The vertical red band can also be interpreted as binding all the other meanings together in unity. Green represents hope, joy, optimism, and love. It can also symbolize the country's prosperity. White represents peace and honesty. White is the purest color, and is interpreted by some to symbolize cleanliness. Well, black, contrary to popular belief, the black band does not represent oil. It stands for the what?
What?
I just got this from a website. I'm sorry. It stands for the defeat of enemies and also strength of mind. So yeah, there we go.
It's not oil.
Yeah, it's not. It's contrary to popular belief, it's not oil. I know you thought it had oil on their flag, but it's not.
It's not oil.
But yeah, it's a good flag. I like it.
I like it. Yeah,
I give it like an 8.
It's good. Yeah, I agree.
So what's next? The next day is what it is.
Yes, it is.
It's Saturday the 4th. What do we got?
It's Italian Armed Forces Day.
Happy Italian Armed Forces Day.
Italians come together to celebrate Giorno delle Forze Armate, a day of national unity to commemorate the Allied victory in World War I and to pay tribute to the Italian armed forces past and present.
Nice. It's also Constitution Day in Tonga.
Happy Constitution Day, Tonga.
Yeah, it commemorates their adoption of their constitution in 1875.
Good job.
What's next?
Not national. It's King Tut Day.
Happy King Tut Day.
I couldn't really find anything about it, but you know King Tut? You know that guy?
I know him.
Yep, that's the day for him.
Oh, happy birthday.
It's not his birthday.
Happy birthday.
It's not his birthday.
Oh, my computer is broke.
Oh, what did you do to it?
I broke it. What's next? It's Flag Day in Panama.
Happy Flag Day, Panama.
Check it out. Check this bad boy out.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, I like it. It's got some stars. Just look it up. You guys look it up. The stars and quarters are said to stand for the rival political parties, and the white for the peace in which they operate. Blue was the color of the conservatives, and red the color of liberals. So yeah,
They got
political.
That backwards?
No, that's what it says.
No, I know. I'm just saying. I'm just saying compared to America, it's backwards.
Yeah, that's pretty political.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's fine.
It's okay. It's not
7.
the best. 7.
6 point.
I give it a 5.
5. I'll give it a 6 point. No, I'll give it 6.8. It's pretty good, but could be better.
It's okay.
But what's next?
It's National Chicken Lady Day.
Happy National Chicken Lady Day.
For more than 2 decades, Dr. Dupree helped to teach, train, and certify hundreds of professional speakers, authors, and trainers. In 2001, Chicken Lady Day was created as a way of saying thank you to Dr. Dupree. She is thanked not only by those she directly affected over the years, but by those who continue to feel her positive impact years later as a result of her experience, knowledge, and the relationships she's built.
Nice. Thanks, Chicken Lady. It's also Guru Nank Jayanti in India.
Happy day, India.
Yeah, it celebrates the birth of the first Sikh guru, Guru Nanka. I'm sorry. Nanak. That was so off. Guru Nanak. This is one of the most sacred festivals in the Sikh faith. Its festivities revolve around the anniversaries of the 10 Sikh gurus, and they were responsible for shaping the beliefs of the Sikhs. So it's like a big old... It's kind of like President's Day, but for their gurus.
That's fun.
And celebrate them all, and they're like, good job, guys.
Nice.
Yeah, what's next?
Guy Fawkes Day.
Never mind. It's my turn again.
Okay.
Because that's the next day, but I have one more this day. It's Unity Day in Russia.
Happy Unity Day, Russia.
It commemorates the popular uprising which expelled Polish occupation forces from Moscow in 1612. It was the end of the time of troubles and the turning point of the Polish-Muscovite War.
Nice.
Yeah. Okay, now it's November 5th, and what it is?
It's Guy Fawkes Day.
Happy Guy Fawkes Day.
It's
Guy Fawkes.
I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm gonna go with Fox.
Yeah.
It's
That's how
Guy
it is.
Fawkes Day.
Happy Guy Fawkes Day.
It's also known as Guy Fawkes Night
Mm-hmm.
and Bonfire Night and
Mhm.
Firework Night. It's an annual commemoration observed on November 5th, primarily in Great Britain. It begins with the events of the 5th of November on 1605, when Guy Fawkes, a member of the gunpowder plot, was arrested while guarding explosives the plotters had placed beneath the House of Lords, celebrating the fact that King James I had survived the attempt on his life. People lit bonfires around London, and months later, introduced the observance of this day.
Nice. Remember the 5th of November. You get it? Like anonymous.
Is that about him?
Anonymous.
It's about,
V for
is
Vendetta.
it about Guy Fawkes?
Yeah.
Guy Fieri?
Anonymous.
Oh, no, no.
I'm anonymous. Yeah, I'm gonna hack you. Anonymous. Anonymous. But yeah, that's what, like, the masks from V for Vendetta. It's a Guy Fawkes mask.
What?
Yeah, because it's like taking down big government. Am I right?
Yeah, gonna explode.
Except that he got fucking arrested and it didn't work.
And then they made a holiday making fun of you.
Yeah, they're like, what an idiot.
Dummy.
So whatever.
Okay.
Anyway, it's also National Love Your Red Hair Day.
Happy National Love Your Red Hair Day.
If you have red hair, you love it.
Love it.
Let's move on to Monday the 6th. What do we got?
Marooned Without a Compass Day.
Happy Marooned Without a Compass Day.
Like, it sounds like it would be a wildcat holiday, right?
Yeah.
It's not. I couldn't really find anything about it, but apparently being marooned without a compass means to be lost and abandoned on a lonely island with no chance to find your way back.
Wow.
So, I mean, I guess
it means what it means.
Yeah, don't be marooned without a compass.
Okay, I won't.
Okay, good.
It's also Constitution Day in the Dominican Republic.
Happy Constitution Day, Dominican Republic.
Yeah, they proclaimed their independence from Haiti on February 27th, 1844, and then they wrote their constitution on November 6th, 1844.
Remember the 6th of...
We're in Dominican Republic, or their constitution.
Good job, guys.
I'm anonymous. What's next?
Saxophone Day.
Happy Saxophone Day.
November 6th was chosen for this day because it is Adolf Sax's birthday. Dang.
The saxophone.
That's beautiful.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
And it's the final day of this week. It is Tajikistan Constitution Day.
Happy day.
Yeah, this holiday celebrates the anniversary when Tajikistan wrote their constitution in 1994.
What a concept.
Yeah. And that's it. Those are all the holidays.
That was the days.
Yep. Follow us on all the social medias if you want, because we post, and you can like it.
I do like it. You didn't need to point at me.
You can like it.
I do like it.
You can like it.
Like.
You can also send us some emails if you want. oneholiday@gmail.com. Or you can show your friends. We made that a stocking stuffer, 15-minute long funny things. You can show your friends, and they could be like, "Wow, they're so funny. They're so cool. Awesome. Wow. I love them. We're not friends anymore because I'm gonna be friends with them now." But that's it.
That's the days.
And them's the days.
Them's the days.
Spooky days.